All
right, y'all. We are live on the internet.
Hey, internet.
You're in sound check, and we're catching up on vacation.
Yeah, we're talking about Mel's birthday. So
you were given the rest of the tour.
27 minutes into sound check for those of you keeping count.
So you were coming up. The pool was there, and then you said you walk up another set of stairs.
Up, and then there's 2 bedrooms and a foosball table and an air hockey table, and then you go up one more level, and that is the screened-in porch with grill and cocktail tables. Mm-hmm. And then you have the
beer fridge out on the porch.
Typical East Coast beach house. In fact, the guy that designed beach houses in Myrtle Beach, where you had the living area up front and then bedrooms in the back, and it was just comfortable
to look over the water and all that stuff.
It is incredibly well maintained.
So the important thing about the deck that I wanted to talk about, Mel, where we're talking about, and we'll let you talk about the water taxis in a second, but Jan finally found her spot.
Jan was so fucking happy.
On Saturday, she was up in the screened-in porch and just kind of reading her book and then kind of going back to her room. I was like, Jan, you should probably, I'll go down with you. You want to go down the stairs, go down to the dock? She was like, you know what? I think I'll do that on my own. And she went down and she found a chair. If Jan could have slept out there, Jan would have slept out there. Yeah. She sat in her little chair.
Every morning.
Yep, go for it.
Every morning, I'd go diving, and by the time I'm back, she's sitting in her chair down on the dock, reading her book, and she would sit there for 4 or 5 hours.
Nice.
And then just chatting with the water taxis. She had shade. She had a breeze. She was comfortable. She was perfect. And she had people to chat with as the water taxis coming and going.
Nice.
So the island is a lot of mountain, a lot of jungle, right? So going
36 miles long, 5 miles wide, but there's only like so many roads that go places. So to drive downtown would be an hour.
Yeah.
Long and expensive. So everything is water taxis up and down the coast. Go ahead and...
but you could walk to West End if you really wanted to over some rocks. I almost kayaked all the way down there, and then I realized, I've been drinking. I should go back before I get lost.
Boat ride less than 5 minutes. Yeah. Like you're in West End, or boom, you're in West Beach.
So we're in the middle of where the good beach is and a more touristy area and the only real downtown scene on the island. And we're right in the middle with a pier. And so Sam had the number of a boat taxi guy and just would WhatsApp him. We'd all go wait. It's $5 per person, and it would take us wherever we wanted to go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was funny about the kayaking thing.
Yeah.
One time in Baltimore, Tori and Heather brought their kids up, and it was only Tegan. And Tegan and Truly, his oldest, really wanted to get on the little paddle things in the harbor.
Yeah.
And so Tori and I were like, oh, yeah, no problem. Okay. He's a personal trainer. He's fucking works hard all the time, blah, blah, blah. He's super fit. I was still playing at the time. So I was like, footballer, I can do this, no problem. We got about 6 feet from that dock. We were like, fuck this. And it was 2 of us paddling the fucking boat. I was like, I am out. I hate this story.
She fucking loves doing it.
No, I got down and super fast, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm at the edge of West End. I should probably turn around and go back.
Now, so West End fucking rocks. This is
everybody preferred West End.
Bars, restaurants, you just walk up and down the street. You can walk from one end to the other. Think of it like Dewey Beach, like you can walk one end to the other in less than 20 minutes, right? And it is very much like Honduran Key West, right? Okay. All the bars are open air. Like,
right,
the beer they have there.
The cafe, like the restaurants are super small.
Yeah.
Like super small with the kitchens that have like a shack over top, and it's an open air kitchen pretty much, like with like tents built up. I mean, they're not, tourism is a new thing in Roatan.
Yeah.
It's less than 20 years old, tourism, 15 years old. I mean, the cruise ports have been only open for like 12 years, I think.
And almost the entire island is surrounded by coral reef. So it is scuba.
It's a dive capital.
You go to that place.
Oh, there are over 300 scuba sites, and most are within a 15. Yes, Mel's a West End girl. Yeah. Most are within, a 10 to 15 minute boat ride versus going other places. We're on the boat for an hour or 30 minutes to get to a decent spot.
Domestic beers. Their domestic beers on the island, $3 a bottle or $3 a can.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice.
And then shots that are specific to the island. So like graffiti is something that they make, which is essentially a homemade version of Frenet Branca, but rum with the base, so mint and cinnamon and clove and all kind of that shit. The $4 a shot.
Yeah.
So Auburn and I are ripping fucking shots of that.
Monkey Lalas.
I was about to lead that to you, girlie.
When we were on West Bay, that's the touristy area, they were $3 more, $4 more.
Of course.
West End, they were $10, and it's this goblet. And there's no ice cream in it. It's ice, coconut cream, coffee liqueur, Irish liqueur,
Irish cream.
Irish cream,
Either rum or vodka, one or the other.
or both.
Yeah.
Some had both.
Yeah.
Rum and vodka.
Ice and chocolate syrup.
Yeah, and it is blended up, and it is potent, and it is sweet, and it is delicious, and it is, again, shockingly dairy free.
And because no milk in it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So, but it was
I'm aware of what dairy.
obviously not a milkshake, but it was like a chocolate milkshake and a pina colada met.
Monkey
Yeah.
all the girls. And it's delicious. It's
And it's
fucking
named
delicious.
after a lizard. They call it the monkey lala. It's a little indigenous lizard, and they were all over the place at our place, like jumping across the
You
rails
could
to
see
get
them
to
all the time.
trees and running all over the place. Little guys, they were very cool. Now, in comparisons, you have West End, and then there's West Bay, which is the touristy beach. And our thoughts on West Bay?
Overrated.
Way overrated.
We went by, because that was the first beach he and I were introduced there, and that made us fall in love with the place in the first place. But we were also at the working class end,
Right.
not the fancy end that we got dropped
Exactly.
off. Now, the snorkeling at the West End wall, phenomenal. But overall, it's just a bunch of resorts and tourists, and it's a
Everything's
beautiful beach.
$10 more expensive for food. Like
you know,
Everything
every
you don't
plate.
want.
But
Yeah.
it's the beautiful white sand beach, and it's gorgeous. But all the boats are also tied up there, and that's where you have like the banana dragging thing and the jet skis and the blah 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 blah.
But you also find out the reason why it's perfect white sands is because they rip out all the seagrass, which
Yeah.
is fucking terrible for
Right.
the fucking reef. That's like, it doesn't help the reef
Right.
survive. So, you know, the rest
that's
of
the
it's
only
very
spot.
natural beach, right? Where you don't like the fucking seagrass.
Sorry.
Wear fucking water socks. You know,
Exactly.
the water sock shoes, wear them. You'll be fine. It ain't the end of the world.
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
But they also had what I was looking for, and I found this on Instagram, and I had to do it.
Yeah.
Which I'm assuming we'll get
that was the
pictures
next
of it
thing.
eventually.
That was the next thing I was bringing up.
I found the pineapple coconut kayak. This is the person with their kayak in the water with fresh pineapples and fresh coconuts. $10 a pineapple, $5 a coconut. They crack that shit open. If it's a coconut, they crack it open, put a straw in it, add some rum, and you're just drinking coconut water and rum. And if it's a pineapple, they then mush all the insides and then add the rum. And so you're drinking just pineapple and rum.
And that was the first time of the graffiti we had, and he gave us little caps of
Yeah.
it, right? And as Mel walks away to go, he looks at me and Auburn, and he goes, "Graffiti make you go pop pop pop."
Nice.
So pop 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 became a thing the rest of the fucking time. Anytime anybody did anything with any vigor, we'd be like, pop pop pop.
Did it make you go pop, pop, pop? I like that.
He had me poured into the pineapple, and I was like, all right, sure. Why not?
So that was Sunday afternoon. The only mistake we made is we all went down kind of hangry. So like we immediately
So
got
you
there, sat
had
down,
to get
Yeah.
food that was
just
more expensive.
Well, and also the first place we found, as opposed to we could have walked a little bit further down, probably found a place that might have been a little more fun.
Argentinian grill was that at the end, but yeah.
Yeah, we were fucking and
Starving, yeah.
And also, Jan was really having nothing to do with the walking a beach kind of thing. She was like, "What the fuck?" You know,
She didn't like it. She liked West End. She's
Yeah.
like, this is too crowded. It's too this. It's too that. She loved West End. She's like, I could sit here all day.
Well, also with what we did with West End too, we never went to West End until after 2:00 because after 2:00,
The tourists were gone.
cruise ships are gone. So
We avoided the cruise ships like motherfuckers. We only had one real interaction with the cruise ships.
So we wake up Monday morning. I cook breakfast for everybody. Cole and Claire are getting there ready to head on out with Mel, and it is Mel for you. Your first certified dive, right?
Yep. I
Birthday
got
dive.
certified the day before, and I am now technically double certified because they certified me NAUI and they certified me SSI, and so I have membership cards for both. Shh.
Yeah.
Nobody tell each other. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Is that not supposed to happen? Or
There's
just
one of three. You're supposed to do one of three. You're not supposed to be like multiple.
Well, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it's cool for
what's wrong with being overqualified?
I'm overqualified.
exactly.
It's fine.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Fine. So we walked down and we were with a new guide, Lauren, and Lauren was fantastic. My God, she was so much fun. And Lauren gets so excited when she sees wildlife and she has this pointer. So we can instantly tell when she sees something because Lauren's like, ah! And so I'm very, ah! And so Lauren and I together were both, ah! In the water. It was great. I get underwater and Lauren's like having us gather in the sand. And then I see her pulling something out of her vest, and it's a happy birthday Melissa banner that apparently the shop owner had painted the night before on a piece of plastic.
So handmade underneath in the water, everybody holding up a happy birthday Melissa thing.
That's really nice.
That was super nice.
I went with them on the boat to go do
this
snorkeling.
was so cool.
So
I'm underwater doing all of that, and then I look up, and then I can see Sammy floating on the surface with his noodle underneath of him,
Nice.
doing the snorkel thing.
yeah, they offered. They were like, "Hey, look, don't feel stupid about it. We give everybody pool noodles. It helps keep you floated and flat and makes it easier for you to swim." And I'm like, "Okay, fine, fuck it, whatever."
You definitely reached that age where you don't give a fuck.
How
stupid you look doing something.
Everyone uses, but like everyone who's doing the thing, they all everyone uses them.
Yeah.
Right, because you go diving.
You had good trim.
Well, she also goes diving. She'll
free dive while I snorkel.
She'll free dive and shit. I'm not a snorkel guy, because I get the littlest bit of salt water and it makes me super nauseous, like just any at all.
Poor baby, I felt so bad for you.
It did clear out the sinuses, which is good.
You're a boat guy, though, surprisingly.
Yeah, I don't mind being on the boat. I'm on a motherfucking boat.
Boats and hose.
Bop, bop, bop.
bop.
Yeah, bop, bop, bop. So I definitely fed the fish because I totally puked.
Nice.
But think about how many fish came up to eat that. You got to see all that, too.
But it was also at the end, like when Mel finally came up
Yeah.
and we were about to get onto the boat.
Good. So
it
you
was right
puked in her hair.
No, she was already on that.
No.
But
She came up to say hi, honey.
what was cool is I hovered over and I saw them all kind of get together. And this was honestly, I got to see the two things I wanted to see, which was Mel swim off, scubaing, and then Mel coming back. That's what I wanted to see. And I wanted to be there for her on her birthday and support her, even though it's not really my bag. I did better the next on Wednesday when we snorkeled again. I'll do it, but I ain't got to do it all the time.
No.
Right, yeah,
right. But we do the dive. Everything was great. She had an awesome time, and we get back to the house to kind of get ourselves
that's
together.
when I saw the shark. So
Yes.
So Lauren gets so excited and she does the shark motion and I'm not near her and we're looking under ledges and
That's
there's
right,
just
'cause
all this.
between dives, I went back to the house.
Right.
This was your second dive.
And so there's all coral underneath. And so you have to be able to go down. So I'm like Mission Impossible. I'm letting air out of my vest so I can drop fast. And I drop down, but I'm able to stop myself inches from above the sand. And so it's the scene you go down and then you just stop and you hover. And then turn my head to the side. And right there under the ledge is a motherfucking nurse shark. I am closer to the shark than I am to you right now. I could have reached out and booped it on the nose. It was arm's length away
And if
from
you
me.
would have, Fred Durst would have showed up, and it would have been.
But
But
Mel
it's
is
wedged between some
terrified of.
coral. And so then I have to put myself kind of sideways to get in and see, because now I need a closer look, because now I want to see the whole freaking shark
Let me
body.
put myself in a very dangerous position.
I did. I mean, I got out of it, no problem. I did kind of scare it as I got away, so then Claire and Nicole weren't able to see it, but it's fine. This would be the first of 2 sharks I would have encounters with.
And this is why I won't do this activity.
But it was a nurse shark.
She
It looks like a
doesn't-
giant catfish.
She's also not a big fan of sharks either, but like to face your kind of face of fear and
Yeah,
just like
Yeah, and I'm not cool
totally
with
over
like
it.
the Stingray situation either.
Yeah.
I'm out on that too.
Yeah.
Those are the two things that just fucking flip
She
me
really
out.
likes Rays.
We'll get there.
So, anyways,
We have an agenda.
My ass would end up like Steve Irwin.
so we get
Sound
back.
check, 41 minutes and still going.
You know, because it's your birthday.
It's the
baby.
cool thing to do now. I set that trend. Okay. I started that last week.
This would have been its own fucking show. So soundcheck is Mel's birthday. We get back, everything she tells me about the shark, she's glowing. She's having such a great day.
cool thing.
We all kind of relaxed and took it easy for a while. And then Dixie Lee Eubanks, our private chef, showed up for her birthday dinner. And Mel, you want to talk about the courses and all that stuff?
Oh,
And
she was so fast too. Dixie and everybody that I was telling about Dixie was so jealous. They said, "You're going to
Patricia,
have,
I think, was
you're going to
her
have
assistant.
the best time ever." First course was ceviche.
shrimp and conch, and it was the first time we had conch that was
Not overdone.
prepared properly.
It was not overdone.
Conch
Yeah.
fritters that were phenomenal, and a hot lobster melt.
Essentially lobster cheese dip.
Yeah.
But it was more fondue style, like more fondue than it was like it wasn't anything like Maryland crab dip, but more fondue style. But the chunks of lobster, like you could just, I did when we were all eating it. I was like, I'm fishing out all the lobster.
And it's that spiny lobster, so the ones that don't have the claws, so it's just all
Yeah.
tail meat that you're working with. And something that everybody liked, like Jan liked the lobster melt. Claire has celiac, so she was able to do the ceviche and just didn't mess with the other two things.
Main dish, we did a coconut lobster, which again phenomenal, and paella. And the paella had large clams, mussels, calamari, giant shrimp, lobster tails, everything.
Yeah, and
that's more my bag. I love a paella.
the paella was
freaking good.
phenomenal. Think of with the coconut broth for the lobster tails. Think like a green curry, but not as spicy. That's very coconut forward, and they just cooked to perfection.
And then key lime pie for dessert.
Yeah, and
Nice.
we had ordered a second dessert. She had forgotten to bring it,
So she brought it the next day.
Brought
No
it the
big
next
deal.
day, and brought her homemade hot sauce, which was essentially like Scotch bonnets, habaneros, and I forgot what the third pepper was, but kind of more chopped up like a relish. So it was more like a hot pepper relish.
Ooh,
That
yeah.
was, fuck, it was so good.
I bet.
And
I fucking bet.
at the end of the meal, all that was left was our dessert plates. They had literally washed, done all the dishes, put everything away. It was just, it was.
And it was
And
perfect.
dinner
So
was
you
done
said she
in,
brought an
in
assistant.
an hour. In
Yeah.
an hour, dinner was cooked, served, and done.
Yeah.
What I mean, so that the dishes that were prepared lend themselves to being done quickly,
Yeah.
which is good and
And some
smart.
of it's prepared ahead of time, right?
Well,
You know?
yeah, but I mean, talking about like the ceviche. I mean, it's throwing acid onto raw fish,
Yeah,
and
that's
the acid
already
cooks
it
the
was
fish.
made. It was made when we got there. Like
Yeah,
all
I mean,
she
it
had to do
needs
was
time.
warm up. All she had to do was warm up the lobster dip and then
Fry the
scoop
fritters.
and fry the fritters. Was
Yeah.
what she had to do.
Yeah.
You know, the
Did she cook the main in front of you?
the
have no idea.
paella
We
was
were
already
eating.
prepared. She had just had to warm it up the rest of the way, like get it
Yeah.
back up to serving temperature, and then the lobster tail she made there.
Yeah.
Like that she cooked there. The whole thing, and I don't mind saying pricing, right? I tipped very well. I tipped $80 on 270. So 6 people, 3 apps, 2 entrees, 2 desserts. Everything was cleaned up. Leftovers galore for us. $350 fucking dollars.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
And all fucking fresh goddamn food from fucking like this
20 feet away.
Right,
Yeah.
precisely. And
That's awesome.
and we all had some drinks and danced a little and went down on the dock and just had it was a lovely day. And I hope it was a perfect
It was a perfect
celebration
low-key,
for you.
It was a perfect low key birthday. Like it was elegant. It was nice. It was a beautiful sunset.
Mad elegant.
But it was a great sunset. Every night we went down to the pier and watched the sunset with our cocktails. Like it was just fun.
So finally, I mean, honestly, all the stuff is done. Now it's just chill out and relax and have a vacation, right?
Right.
Tuesday morning, we all day drunk at the pool.
Nice.
guys kind of fucked around a little bit. Just, everybody was napping by the middle of the afternoon because we were all a little hammered, which was perfect. And then Mel, Nicole, and Claire went on a night snorkeling
It was
expedition.
supposed to be all of us except for my mom, but Sam, because of his problems, I was like, baby, you are bailing out. And Auburn had some issues. So I was like, all right.
Good news, Auburn worked through those issues.
He worked through the issues. They weren't needed a minimum of 4, but the owner was like, you're spending your whole week with us. We'll go out with you. And so it was just the owner, Denise, and the 3 of us.
Nice.
Which was wild.
Mm-hmm. And you, Claire, and Cole.
Yeah, me, Claire, and Cole. Me, Claire, Cole, Denise. We take the boat to West End, and so we are not far from the bar district. You could hear and see the lights of downtown.
The music and everything.
It's also dark. And we're getting ready to jump into the ocean, and all we have are flashlights and snorkel equipment. And
I'm out again. It's not for me.
But again, having West End, Claire and I go off on one direction, and Nicole and Denise are in another direction, and Claire and I are following some stuff, and so we look up and we're like, huh.
Where are we?
At least we stayed together. And then we hear from the distance, octopus. And then because Claire and I are both pretty good swimmers, we just take off like rocket fire through the water. And Denise has found a couple octopuses. And so we're able to follow them around for a while. And this one octopus is spreading out and doing all the octopus stuff you want to see it do. And Claire's got some really good footage of that we'll share later on. And then we're continuing about, and at some point, Claire gets really cold. And she goes, do you mind if we go back to the boat? Fine. And so we go back to the boat. Claire gets out, and Denise looks up at Claire. She goes, so do you mind if we stay in the water? And Claire's like, I don't care.
Yeah, it was supposed to be an hour. They were gone for 2.5, 3.
Yeah. So
right.
Denise is having as much fun. Oh, before we drop Claire off, the bioluminescence, this is where you would have been really nope.
Okay.
We turned the flashlights off.
Nope. I'm out. You know what? I would have grabbed one of them octopuses
in the water
and ate it.
So we're watching the
Fucking love
bioluminescence that just looked really, really pretty. And so we drop Claire off, and then we're going. And then Denise yells, shark.
I would have shit my pants.
I look in the water. I see the nurse shark. Next thing you know, without us communicating, I take off full speed. Denise yells back at Nicole, grab the buoy! Denise takes off full speed. Nicole later says she's feels like it's Aquawoman dragging her through the water. All of us just chasing after this shark.
Nurse sharks are the ones with their mouths on the bottom, right? So they can't really bite you.
Yeah,
They're essentially puppy dogs.
Yeah, but there's no reason to yell shark.
There are hammerheads in there. Sharks are active at night. We could have seen hammerheads. We could have seen other sharks, but no. Shark! Oh, just take off. The best was, hold on to the buoy.
So they get back. We have a great night. All the good things. The next day, we are doing a cultural trip with them, right? And
because we should learn about the island and learn about the actual the inhabitants. She went over the different racial groups and national groups that live on the island, and talked about the origins of it and the history of it and how the islands is separated out, and did a really good job teaching us about their homeland.
Learning about the different environmental things within the coral, the life, the plant life, what all of those things mean and how they affect everything, what bullshit hurts and what they're kind of essentially getting rid of jet skis just because honestly no one really knows how to it's just drunk idiots fucking spinning around, and they normally are way too close to the snorkelers. So it's just it's a reef island. It's not a fucking jet ski island, right? It's
you
just
want a
not
jet
what
ski,
it is.
go to Cancun.
Yeah, exactly. That's essentially what it is. Outside of that, it's fucking corals, man. It's scuba diving.
It's a
and
diver
fucking
snorkel
snorkeling.
paradise.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And even I will say, I was kind of smart about it. I still got a little nauseous this time, but where we were was the very end of the island, and it was all cliffs, like a wall of cliff.
The West End wall.
And then it's like fucking coral everywhere, and the colors of fishes and the shit. It was very cool. And I was feeling a little nauseous. Jan was seasick as hell on the boat.
Yeah, she didn't make it past that.
Jan got off because we had to go back up the island, so they stopped off at our dock and let Jan out. And I almost bailed, and I'm so fucking glad I didn't. I'm glad I stuck with it and just kind of took it easy, didn't drink any beer, just kind of let myself settle down.
Because then we were headed towards the East End by Sandy Bay, and we did a snorkel in a very shallow area around a shipwreck that was cool. There from about 100 years. That was half in the water, half out of the water.
See, I'm back in here. That I like.
Very clear, very shallow. So you could really move around a lot.
We get there, and there's 3 other boats, and each boat has like 25 tourists on it. And we're rolling with like 8. And it was the fucking madhouse. But they all like jump in the water, do 1 lap around, and we're out. And we're looking like, where the fuck did everybody go?
We just let them leave, and then we're like, okay, cool. Now we got it all to ourselves.
Now we have it all to ourselves. So glad to not be part of the cattle call.
I got to see a flounder fish on the ground, so like how it like colors into the sand and move. That was very cool, and I was like, yeah, if only I could just take that, fillet it, and like
eat it,
boil it. It would be real nice.
Yeah.
They saw an eel. Fortunately, I was already over at the boat because fuck snakes. Even water snakes.
I'm out on that too.
Fuck snakes.
I like to eat eel.
I saw a lot of eels.
I love eating eel. Oh, I fucks with some eel.
But I'm out on that too, seeing it in its natural habitat. That's the thing. It's seceding power, right?
Right.
I'm joining their natural habitat.
Exactly.
Which I'm less capable than they are in this environment.
Right.
Which means I have less control than I would on land.
Right. Precisely.
Yeah.
That's why I don't go to woods. Same thing. Like, they know these woods. They poop here. You know what I'm saying? Like, they eat here. They forage here. Like, I can't do that.
Part of the cultural trip is going to this small, isolated neighborhood of
Castle Rock was the name of the town, I think?
Crawfish Rock.
Crawfish Rock, yeah.
And we went and had lunch in a woman's house.
Yeah.
She made us fried whole fish, beans and rice,
Had a lot of fried whole
coleslaw,
fish.
key lime pie. It was delicious.
Barbecued fried chicken, which was really
fried
good.
chicken.
Yeah.
It was
incredible.
delicious. Played with the kids, and then went back home.
The fun part with the kids, they're all kind of learning social skills. So the whole point of like us coming is that
so they can learn English, they can learn how to interact with tourists,
talk with us, because a lot of them are going to end up in the tourism industry, right? It's how to find them. Now, the sad part is the schools are public. They are an English speaking culture where their little town is. The school only teaches in fucking Spanish.
Right.
It's like, so they're working on like just like teaching kids like kids that can excel at learning both languages about staying and becoming the teacher and being able to teach both languages.
Also teaching them how to scuba.
Yep.
Oh,
you know, you live on this island where it's a scuba island. You should know how to scuba.
That's
you want to
huge.
learn to be a dive master. You want to learn to be a boat captain.
Forgot the most important place.
Do you remember my boy Frank that passed away, that my center back partner at PG?
Yeah.
He was a scuba in Jamaica before he came up.
Oh, very cool.
Before he came to the U.S.
Oh, no,
but he was in Kingston Bay just like fucking teaching people to
the
scuba.
most important thing, the fucking intern.
Oh, Andre?
So Rigo, our van driver who runs kind of the taxis on the island, Rigo's son is Andre, and he's there as an intern.
They're not in school yet, so they're out of school. And so he's working as an intern, and this kid just was so sweet and loved practicing his English, and was like, you know, sometimes I get bored down here, Miss Melissa. How do you deal with tourists? And I was like, well, no, it's the people that make it special. You meet all different people all the time. He goes, yeah, different special people like you. Aww. I'm like, oh, weedy.
He plays footy.
But he premised that with I'm bored.
Yeah.
So
shut up.
He plays.
Well, sometimes it gets boring.
Maybe
on
you
the
should
island.
be more exciting.
Stop.
He plays footy. So he and I talked a ton of footy.
Nice.
Like teams we like and stuff like
Watch
that.
the Olympia final.
I had a DC United hat on. So he's like, Andy Nahar. I'm like, yeah, you're left back, right, for Honduras. He's a hell of a player. And he's like, yeah, I love him. And he's like, you know him? I'm like, oh yeah, I know him. Olympia, and I forget the team that they were playing. It was the Honduran Championship.
It was Olympia
Sunday.
versus the losers.
Yeah, it was
Olympia won
Sunday and Wednesday, and it was Wednesday night. That night we were out and saw Olympia win the title for Honduras, and yeah, it was.
And you were with the intern for it.
No, I talked to him about it the next day because we were out at West End later that night drinking and partying.
Yeah.
That's when we were at the booty bar, and at the booty bar we were trying to figure out what to drink, and Claire goes, "Well, this thing looks really big and it's meant to share and it's only $24."
I think I saw a photo of this on Facebook.
Yes, where I said that looks like a great idea.
Yeah.
Giant picture.
Mind you,
With like 6 straws hanging out of it.
Yeah.
Auburn and I are drinking more shots of graffiti than beer. Like, I think we had like 4 rounds of shots
Passion
and 2
fruit
beers.
and rum. And when I'm telling you, this was a crafted bucket of drink. This wasn't just some shit poured together like they do in America. They were like tasting it and layering it and adding herbs and spices and like shit to it. And it was so fucking delicious.
It sounds amazing.
And then
Is it like a rum punch kind of thing?
Yeah. And you could choose, do you want tequila or rum? And then do you want strawberry, watermelon, or passion fruit?
Sounds fucking delicious.
Claire was feeling a little under the weather, so we all went back to the house, called it a night, right? And then, of course, the next morning was one more time.
Yeah. And then, unfortunately, Claire and Nicole were not feeling well the next day.
Because we were up playing Genko shit all night, and they got a little drunk.
I'm not calling them out for that. So I went scuba by myself. And the thing, I was with some tourists off a cruise ship, and they were fucking annoying, and their trim was terrible, and they were like,
Which that's important because it scares the fish, right?
Yes, and kept kicking sand in my face, and we're doing swim throughs, and they just made it impossible. Went down to 72 feet. So that's the lowest I've been. I'm rated to go down to 80, but I went down to 72. Stuck around 68 for a while. We were looking for garden eels that come out of the bottom, so it was a pretty deep dive. Last 5 minutes of my last dive, I finally see it coming over the coral and circling around me, a fucking eagle ray. Now, I had been looking this whole time for rays. I had already seen a stingray, but not a fucking eagle ray.
Brown with like spots all over its back and stuff.
Oh,
it's very
they're
beautiful.
huge, and it had its mouth open, and so it was like catching like krill as it coming through, and it was just glorious. And it circled around me twice before it finally swam off into the distance.
Are there wings or tails shaped different or longer or something? How do you know,
Wider.
or is it just the?
You can tell with the spottage.
Okay, so it looks like
They
they're
are-
an eagle. Like
They
essentially.
are
I
wider.
gotcha.
It's got different spottage. They're bigger, and their mouths are shaped different. Stingrays and skates have their mouths underneath. Eagle rays have their mouths near the front.
On the front, okay.
Yeah. And with that, she came back in, and then we went back to West End. This time we brought Jan with us.
Which I am getting a tattoo of an eagle ray.
Yeah, we went to a place called Sandy Buns, which was highly recommended.
So good.
Breakfast lunch joint closes at 3, right? Two Americans, expats, both from the corporate restaurant world from Houston, Texas. So they started their whole thing on the island baking bread for people. So like they were making bread for like 20 restaurants. And then it's now to a point where they make bread for 60 fucking restaurants. They have a whole separate facility now
I
for
started
baking
the
bread.
cafe because I needed something to do while the bread was proofing and baking. So he was like, well, let's just open a cafe.
Nice.
He has
He
a
uses their own
smoker.
bread in the cafe, I presume, as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Has a smoker, so he does pulled pork, brisket, all like now. Obviously, the biggest hang up is going to be there isn't the wood, right? You're not going to have hickory or mesquite or things like that. So it didn't have the big smoke that we're used to, but it was properly made fucking barbecue.
Did they use local wood then? Like what? Okay,
Yeah.
so it just doesn't have any distinct sort of flavor.
Precisely.
I
No,
gotcha.
but it was still good. The pork was better than the brisket. But
pork with like I had
homemade
like a
buns, and then the cinnamon buns were just fucking incredible.
that
It was.
big pork with cheese and bacon, like melted queso with bacon.
It's
and
got a lot of
jalapenos.
buzz, and it is not overrated. It is perfectly rated. And when we got there at the right time, because I was trying to get everybody like, we have to go early, because there was a line out the door by the time we left.
Yeah. Well, that was the
wondered
next morning. The next
morning.
morning we went back and had breakfast.
So
we
with
liked it so much, we ate there twice.
With it being jungle, is there any clearing or area for any sort of like livestock, or are they having to go to the mainland to source all
Most
their
everything comes from the
ingredients?
mainland.
Almost everything comes from the
Damn,
mainland.
so they got to go. So that, I mean, that's you better fucking know what you're buying,
Yep.
The good
or
news,
you're going to
but
run out of product.
both
Yeah.
of them are former restaurateurs, so
Well,
they know what they're
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
doing. I do want to mention before we get to the final thing of the night was we're there having breakfast, and I look over. Mel's like, "Oh, look, hot dogs." Apparently, when they first got started, their thing was Fridays it was hot dog Fridays, and he got all beef hot dogs and had decent
Which was a rarity on the island.
Of course, yeah, sounds like it.
and he would sit out there. They'd fresh make fucking hot dog buns, and it would be $4 a fucking hot dog, and just do hot dogs with toppings and shit. And so I had their Roatan dog because when we were all done having breakfast, I'm like, well, I can't fucking leave.
have to have a hot dog.
You have to have the hot dog.
It's kind of my bit.
Yeah, it's kind of my thing.
So it was a kind of a light coleslaw, like a more vinegar coleslaw, not really any mayonnaise to it. A chipotle aioli with bacon and jalapenos on it, and it was fucking delightful.
It was good.
Nice.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And we get back and kind of pack up and lazy day on Thursday night, just chilling. And Thursday night we head down
sunset,
to the docks.
every night we got to go down to the docks and watch sunset. And so we're down there hanging out, and we had decided to go back down after night to look at the stars. You want to smoke a cigar.
Have a cigar, yep.
And the beach resort next to us has a security guard named Eduardo that we would just bring Cokes, and he had a flashlight down there, and every night he's looking for the octopuses and
leftovers. Hook up people with fucking leftovers.
Yeah, that
'cause
night.
they live week to week, so you hook people up with leftovers. They're completely happy and cool with it, and give them cold sodas. They fucking love you.
Before we get into what Eduardo was pointing out, I just want to again reiterate that the animal I wanted to see most was an eagle ray. I trained 30 hours between pool and class.
Yep.
Spent about $1,000 between equipment and getting certified. Did 9 dives to finally see one eagle ray in the last 5 minutes of my last dive.
I saw 5 in less than 15 minutes under the docks. 5! Fucking 5!
I would love
They're
to-
going everywhere. And
just go,
Warner's
"Hey,
like, there's another one. There's another one.
Hey,
Another
Mel. Hey, Mel. There it is.
One.
I didn't pay a goddamn dime for none of this shit.
One of them just.
I didn't have to
chilling.
get in.
One of them just lined up and rested, Sam, like between the boat and the dock, just laying there. Like, it was there for so long, we got bored of looking at it. Went back
One
over.
guy out was like, "You got another stogie, big fella?"
Went back over there. Still there. 5. Fucking 5 of them. Swimming under the dock. Swimming all over the
You've
place.
gotten
Just-
sick. Claire's got frostbite. Wait, she's almost taken out half of the people she knows.
Right.
Doing this, trying for this 5-minute glimpse 100 yards away.
Oh, by the way, after
And
Monday,
you're
I-
just over there, just ash into the water. They come right up.
after
Turns out
Monday,
eagle
I
rays
was-
like Cubans too.
By the way, Grim, after Monday, after the snorkel, I was perfectly healthy. I was fine after that.
Can you
so.
fucking believe that shit?
I fucking love that.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
No, it's the journey, man. It's the journey. And you did a great job. And you did really well. You could have
I
saved.
think Houston and I should get matching Eagle Ray tattoos.
I'm not getting any tattoos.
He needs to get 5 then for Billy, Lester,
Yeah,
James, and fucking all your friends.
They're like, what's up with
'Cause
this
you
big
spent
bald
so
dude?
much
Let's
time
chill.
together.
Like, let's chill out.
That's so
Are you
good.
fucking kidding me?
And
Were you involved in this?
Oh, she was there.
I was
right?
there for all
good.
of it. Yeah.
She's just over there going, God damn it! You're just
I'm
there
with the
everywhere for
flashlight.
fucking you.
It's Eduardo and I with the flashlight, and finally, like everybody else got bored before I did, and then finally, I'm like, yeah, I think I'm done. And then Eduardo's like, okay, good. Turns off the flashlight, like he was done.
He
10
was over it
minutes
too.
ago.
He was like, I'm about to get fired. I got to get back.
You know.
I'm supposed to be working security. I'm out here with this white lady looking for eagle rays.
Well, the security he works from was literally our dock. He kind of sits on the dock and looks to see
surveys.
if people are
That's
walking
fine. All
along the beach line and shit like that. And
Ah, you're fucking.
But-
But yeah, I sat there for 10 minutes just staring at it and thinking, going through my head all the hours and dollars that I spent.
and she's just that, and she's over there going, that fat bald fucker got to see 5 of them all right in a row, swimming all over the place, crossing paths and shit.
He got a full show.
It was fucking fantastic. And
one of them was high because it touched the pufferfish.
So Mel, what was the final outcome? What is the one thing we have absolutely decided about Roatan
We
Honduras?
are going back next
we
year.
are so fucking going back. It was perfection, Graham. You know, and I mean, it's you got to be a certain type of person. Like, you bring kids ain't gonna fucking like that.
No.
They're gonna fucking hate it. But
Well, I mean, kids like the beach and the pool, so you can find
but
stuff for kids to do.
But they're not gonna like that beach.
It's not like
'Cause that
Ocean
beach, it's
City or
like-
Virginia Beach.
it was the rainy season, so like jungle, so the mud had kind of gone into, so the base of the beach wasn't like soft white sand, it was
Now,
a little
if you've got
mushy
kids
and muddy
that
and-
like to snorkel, that like food, that like zip lines and sloths and things like that.
See, sloth is an animal I'd like to run into in the wild.
Yeah.
I know for a fact I can get away.
yeah. Sloths and gravy seals, a brisk walk. That's all
That's
it
it.
takes.
That's all you got to do. No problem.
So Mel, we've gone quite long, and I know we got an actual show
Yeah,
to do.
I'm gonna
but
have to take a bathroom break.
I truly, we got to go outside and get the ice and beer and all the glasses of ice and all that. So I hope you enjoyed every moment of your monumental birthday.
I absolutely did.
And it was truly wonderful, and you deserved it because you always put everyone else before you, and for fucking once, you deserve to be the fucking belle of the ball. You deserve to be the center of attention, and I'm so very, very, very happy as your husband to know that you got to get that.
It's gonna be so hard to go back and not be center of attention.
Yeah, well, it'll be fun. Yeah, you are you.
It's fine. I'm gonna be scuba every day. Whether people scuba with me, it doesn't matter. I'm scuba every day.
All right, quick break, guys, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Hey, let's try this again. Oh, can you grab me
Hello.
something from there while you're in there?
What do you want?
Cider.
This was delicious. It was sour.
Cool. Thank you.
That was very good.
We're back.
Yes,
From
sure,
outer
Billy.
space.
Definitely.
Just stepped in here to find
I
you
would
with
assume a
that
fruit
look
would as
upon your
well.
face.
It just didn't have much impart on the meat. Now, the brisket was a touch tough in the morning that we had with breakfast, but I also have a feeling it was because it's breakfast. It was yesterday's brisket, right?
Yeah.
And you've got to use it. Like you can't fucking chuck that stuff. You got to use it.
Right, yeah, for sure. Hey, Mel.
What?
Can we turn that on for a minute?
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah. Oh, no, 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 no.
Yeah. Need a little heat.
All right, guys. Let's do a show. Sam.
Yeah, I see you. All right, let's put on the headphones and actually do a show.
Not that bad. Being a little melodramatic there, aren't you?
I'm frozen.
Well, let it go, Sam.
Fuck off.
Okay, hold on. Start recording.
Hi, this is Russ Benson. I am a Liverpool supporter, and you're listening to Drunkard United Football Show. You all need Jesus.
Sound like you motherfuckers needed Jesus while I was away.
Yeah, it got a little weird.
Listen to that. You are a little weird, let's face
It
it.
was good. I thought we had a good time, man. We really did.
Nothing matters. It was the third round of the FA Cup
That's
this
it.
weekend, and that is all that fucking matters. David beat Goliath, like in the most monumental way. Let's start the show.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston. Sam Houston? Arsenal fans have another Sam. AKA the fucking Gooner Graham. Stump of a lord. Look straight in shorts. Sam Grammy. Sam Graham. Fucking United! Fucking United!
Hello and welcome to the DU Football Show, a completely biased recap of the third round of the FA Cup as told by two common American schmucks. I am your host, Sam Houston, and across the way from me, apparently the only person on this planet that loves hearing the sound of his own voice more than me, the conversationalist, Mr. Samuel Graham. How you doing, buddy?
Doing well. Thank you. How are you?
You could be able, you got some conversation saved up tonight since, you were doing like 3-hour fucking sessions?
Yeah. We a lot of it was just we got off on tangent jokes and kept going with them. And Mel, one I think you'll find enjoyable is Geckel brought a series of beers. I don't know if you heard this. They were from one brewery. One of them was called Julius, one of them was called Haze, and the other one was called Green. And a common theme that Hiram kept talking about was how he is like a 26-year-old black dude, but on the inside, he's like a 55-year-old black dude.
Yes, he is.
And then we got to talking about Chrysler 300s because of Julia's best friend Mary.
Yep.
Searching for Chrysler 200s. And I said, what's really funny is we were looking at these cars to help Mary out. And the 300 popped up, and Carly was like, "Oh, I remember these," and I was like, "Yeah." Every 60-year-old black dude in Bowie drove one, and then Hiram was like, "I looked at a couple last week," and then I said, "Geckel, what's even?"
Val, did we put it back in a good spot?
Yes, we did. We put it right back on the spot that it was in.
All right.
Yeah. So I will turn off my Wi-Fi. Not a problem. And hopefully we don't lose too many people from the live stream and all that. But you go ahead and go back to that, and we'll do our thing. We'll be all right because
Bear with
we're
us.
recording at the DU Public House just outside the nation's capital. You can check us out wherever you get your pods. And, of course, streaming live every single Monday night when the Wi-Fi wants to work. Should you want to chat with us, there's many ways that you can. Mr. Graham, tell the good people how they can get in touch.
First of all, I'd like to say, please bear with us while we experience some technical difficulty.
Okay.
As a normal person and host of a show. Thank you.
Yeah.
Dickhead.
Okay.
At the Football Show on all the social medias and dfootballshow@gmail.com to get in touch via email.
Oh, by the way, that's how a professional fucking does it. Actually hits the things instead of going, at the show, but how you talk to us.
I didn't write it down.
Yeah.
And I should have.
Yeah.
And I sat here for a minute and tried to find an old email that had the intro written, and I couldn't find it.
Sometimes hands at 10 and 2. Just drive the bus, Sam. You don't have to overthink it. Keep it nice and easy. Sam and myself both work in the wine and spirit industry and both have a deep passionate love for all things distilled spirits. So is the red-blooded Americans we are. We vow to have a drink in our hand throughout this show and every single show. Mr. Graham, we are starting the list. Whiskey Advocates Top 20 for 2025. We made a conscious decision. We're not buying them all this year. Some of them are just ridiculously priced. Some of them aren't in market, and we're not going to go to the great lengths that we typically do to go find them. And sometimes they're going to be out of order because, frankly, I know number 19 isn't even in the fucking market yet.
Right.
So we got to wait for it to come to market.
Yep.
So,
actually, I should check that.
Mr. Graham, why don't you tell us about number 20 on our list?
Absolutely, I will. This is the Lochley Fallow Edition, third crop. It's a single malt Scotch whiskey, matured in first fill Oloroso sherry butts, non-chill filtered, and no color added. This comes to you at 92 proof. Your Whiskey Advocate barley for a higher calling and eventually opened a single malt distillery here in 2018. This is the company's third version of Fallow Edition, and it's rather delicate with raisin and coffee bean, tempered with a touch of menthol. A drop of water brings out warm honey while adding length to the finish. Like I said before, it comes in about 92, it is 92 proof, and should run you between $75 to $80 on the shelf.
Found it right around market price. Oh yeah, I just took a sip of it with the ice. Honey definitely comes to mind. That little bit of mentholy, like that eucalypty mint is on the back end. Eucalypty mint is on the back end. Sherry bomb. When you say raisin, it gives me a lot of Amarone wine, kind of, old raisin kind of thing going on.
Yeah, it really does.
It's almost a little thick. I don't hate that.
What's nice is it's rounded.
Yeah.
It's not like a Fino sherry that's going to be very dry and abrasive. Mm-hmm. It's that rounded kind of desserty sherry, which is quite nice.
It is really, really, really fucking good.
It's almost like the fruit version of what a port would give you.
Yeah. So
port's a lot of chocolate, a lot of nuttiness, a lot of that kind of stuff. This is much more like dried raisin.
This is very good if I'm going to be critical, right? Like we're doing salt and pepper here. I get almost more liqueur vibe than I do Scottish whiskey single malt vibe.
Yeah.
But I also don't hate that. Like I really like the flavor is impeccable.
Incredible.
This is
it's a very fucking it's a great way to open the list, to be honest.
Yeah, and they're like it was Petite Cellars, and they have like 4 or 5 different expressions of Lochley. I wouldn't mind going after something that maybe wasn't as wood influenced just to really get a vibe of the whiskey itself.
Yeah.
This is fucking lovely.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very, very
Mel,
good.
you are a lover of Scottish. Do you have anything you want to add, or you were already giving me the no, so don't even worry about it, girl. You're good. You're off the hook. Sorry.
I'm working on your fantasy scores.
Oh, okay, no problem. All good to go. Well, Mr. Graham, what else do we always need to do?
We always need to remember to drink responsibly and make sure you see more mana rays than you do weeks of fantasy scores.
Eagle Ray?
Eagle rays.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Use the empty one that we did sound check with just for the clink.
I'm putting the rest on ice.
Life hack.
Yeah.
Podcast hack.
Podcast hack. I love it. All right. 3 non-league sides took their shot at history, and one from the 6th division has punched their ticket to the 4th round at the expense of the current cup holders. Macclesfield Town 2, Crystal Palace 1, Burton Albion 5, Bournemouth 0, Grimsby Town 3, Weston Super Mare.
And it is spelled that way on their badge, which
Yes,
is weird.
yes, it is. The Silkmen, first National League side, non-league side, since the 1908-1909 season to beat the defending Cup champions. The team to do it in 1908 and 1909, non-league side, Crystal Palace, who knocked off Wolverhampton.
That is fucking crazy. That's some proper, like, Abe Lincoln, John F. Kennedy shit.
Fucking incredible, isn't it?
That's wild. But here, first, they're now Macclesfield FC.
Right.
Because
Macclesfield Town had gone.
liquidated,
Right.
and their owner, after a 4-day bender in Ibiza, bought them on some sort of kind of Zillow site for businesses in the UK.
Yep.
And didn't remember that he bought the club. He was so hungover.
To have that much money.
And he said, now look at us. Well, Ibiza's like Vegas in the sense that you only really need 2 to 3 days there max.
Right. You don't.
He was on day 4, and look what he did. He bought a football club.
Yeah.
Problem.
Yeah, exactly it.
Most of the rest of us only like buy a hooker or something.
So the Palace was definitely pressing, right? But there's something to be said about being at the smaller team's grounds.
Absolutely.
We saw it in the closed group. Brody was gracious enough to put up that found that story about the picture and showed the locker room. Like 20 men can't move around in that locker room. There wasn't enough space to do that. Like that's how small the fucking locker room is. And then you go out to a very, very small ground that the handful of your
plastic pitch as well. That's a big deal.
That the handful of your supporters that go and decide to yell something about that team, the other supporters hear it. Be like, your team blows. What's that, mate? Oh, sorry. Suddenly the Palace supporters get a little bit quieter. They're not as loud as they were because
you don't have as much security around.
Right.
Not that Macclesfield are known for having any sort of hooligans, but it does change
have that sense of security.
It changes the atmosphere a touch.
When there's a row of yellow jackets between you and the other people, you're able to say a lot of shit you normally can just get away with.
I mean, the antithesis, the absolute antithesis to this would be what happened at the Old Firm Derby 2 weeks ago, where Rangers supporters had to be in situ at Parkhead at 10 a.m. And if you weren't in the stadium and in your seat by 10 a.m., you weren't allowed in to the ground.
Exactly.
And they kept them in for like 3.5 to 4 hours after the match to let the Celtic fans dissipate.
Yep.
Right? So where you had the ultra amount of security there, here you've got next to nothing.
Right. Exactly. And like I said, Palace was pushing it, but
a very changed team, should be said.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that being said, also, they're the Premier League side. They should still, even if you're not playing regularly, you should have enough to beat Macclesfield City.
Those guys
or FC, rather.
Played in Conference League games. They went across the continent and played games, so they should be ready for this, right? You should your third or fourth string should be better than their first string. But the great equalizer in these things, the grounds,
artificial turf,
set fucking pieces.
Oh yeah,
because
although
height is height. Put the ball in the jumble.
Yeah, but Forest. Palace. Forest also lost to lower league opposition.
Yep.
But Palace, what they scored from a set piece, right? Obviously, very late on. Macclesfield ended up 2-0 up in this game. The second goal came from open play, but it goes understated. Like Glasner said before the match, we left Mateta at home, yes, to rest, but we didn't want to risk his fitness because of the plastic field.
Right.
You know, they had the artificial 4G pitch or whatever, and that's a real concern. Remember when, was it Didier Drogba or somebody came to MLS and they only played he only played games on grass stadium fields.
We'll also say a little bit of bullshit there on Glasner because they toured in the summer, and remember Palace and Wolves played at Needham Ringbourne.
He said specifically that Mateta has been dealing with a little bit of a knee problem.
So
we don't want him on the plastic pitch.
Right.
specifically, but because he was already dealing with something.
So they score that first goal. They're up 1-0 at the half, right? And then they get the second one. And it was a good finish, but it was almost a comedy of errors from the Palace of not being able to clear it.
The goalkeeper coming, I thought he was better suited staying on his line.
Just totally tree trunked. Just kind of one of those ones. It's the worst feeling in the world as a goalie when a little dinker, you just watch it go by you, and you can't even get to it.
I think he probably, if he reacted quickly enough, as slow as that ball was moving, I think he had a chance to get to it.
You just look at it go,
but he just went, oh, fuck. Like, he knew he overcommitted, and when that happened, he was just embarrassed and just stood there.
So here you have...
It was a great finish, though. I mean, perfectly, he waited for the keeper to commit, and then didn't catch it as sweetly as he wanted to, but he caught it and put it in the right spot.
And put it far enough away from him.
It rolled into the back of the net.
And
also the most non-league goal you'll ever see.
Oh, my God. That was
Which
just
makes it even more brilliant.
Yeah, and of course... Macclesfield's just trying to hang on. There's the set piece goal, a gorgeous free kick.
A great free kick, yeah.
Get reminded in that moment, you're like, oh, fuck, we are playing not just Premier League competition, but we are playing the defending champions of this cup. Well, by the way, that beat arguably one of the greatest teams in the world in fucking Manchester City.
Right,
to win the cup. So let's look at this. But... brother of Wayne Rooney, John Rooney's men hang on as they were 117 spots further down the table than Crystal Palace.
It's also, I heard, the largest gap between winners. Like the largest gap between two clubs where the lower team won.
Right.
It's a huge deal. This is what we turn up for. This is the magic of the cup, right?
This is what it is.
And I love
100% what it is.
I don't know if you saw Wayne Rooney in this situation on television and seen any of those clips, but he was getting choked up talking about his brother, how proud he was about him.
Aw, that's fantastic.
Which is pretty cool. And he was like working. He was like covering the game kind of thing.
Well, that's true because, well, his brother's a far superior manager than Wayne.
Yeah. He can actually get the job. I mean, get him into Manchester United.
Yeah, no shit.
But he, the other piece to this too is you get the honesty, right? And he was like, "How do you feel?" He was like, "Well, it hasn't really settled in yet." Like I didn't think they were like, "What was your team talk yesterday and then today before the game?" He said, "Yeah, I just tried to cheer the lads up and get them excited and all this kind of stuff." And he was like, "Did you think you'd win?" And he was like, "No, sure didn't."
Yeah.
He was just completely honest about it. He was like, there's fucking 117 places between us in the pyramid.
Right.
No, I didn't think we were going to win.
We put on a tough game and lose 2-1 and walk away
happy. Try to cheer them up and get them excited and with the spectacle and it's on television and all this kind of stuff, which they don't get in the National League in any real capacity besides this competition. So they, what he basically said was, and you don't see this. Like if League One's coming up against the Premier League, you get that manager going, "Oh, well, they haven't really been in good form, and we thought we might have a chance here, and we knew they were going to rest some people." You get that political kind of answer. I love John Rooney was just like, "Nah, I didn't think we had a shot, really." Yeah. To be honest with you, I thought we were going to get fucked. That's one of my favorites.
What it ultimately takes is just that one bounce to go your way.
Yeah.
That missed assignment that led to a perfect header that's in the back of the net and you're up 1-0. And then a comedy of errors of how to clear the ball that just falls on a guy's foot open inside the box.
And he found the composure to get it done.
Got it in the net.
That's awesome.
And then you just figure out a way to hang on. You hang on and then that's it. It's over. It's pandemonium. Everybody's running onto the field.
And did you see that Sky Sports was doing an interview with the owner? Forgive me, I can't remember his name. But essentially the captain of the team was behind the bar pouring pints, still in his kit with his captain armband on.
Yeah,
right. And so it looked like it was not. I'm sure they don't have a team canteen, but it was like the clubhouse for the club. And there's supporters in there and he was and the team's in there and everybody's drinking and going nuts. They said for about 5.5, 6 hours after the game, there was like 1,000 or 1,500 people just hanging out outside the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Just like want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Just like here for it.
It's historic.
And they were all just in there chugging pints, which is awesome.
I know every year there's always something big that happens, right? And I would say probably Bournemouth making it to the 5th round of the FA Cup is probably bigger than this, but
I don't know, man. I think they're
pretty
different.
fucking massive.
I think they're different. Bournemouth took some scalps on the way,
Yeah.
right? But like one of them was Ipswich, right? You know,
Right.
like that kind of stuff. But
When they finally played a Premier League team, they got beat.
117 places between you.
It's insane.
You're talking over 100 years of history where the holders have not gone out to non-league opposition.
Right.
You're talking. I mean, those things are not what Bournemouth achieved, right? I think they're separate. They're both excellent stories, and that's why the FA Cup still matters, and that's why exactly why this is my favorite weekend of the fucking season.
Yeah, because this happens.
Because this type of shit goes on.
And then there was what happened to Bournemouth, which is what normally happens to do non-league sides. They got thumped.
Yeah, and I think they looked better in this game than the scoreline shows.
Yeah.
They had some chances, but the Burton keeper was up to it. And then eventually they just kind of fizzled out. It was individual errors here or there that led to chances, and Burton Albion were just clinical.
Right. Well, and also
is what it really boils down
there's
to.
not a ton to really say about this game. You know, they are cup darlings. They made it to the 5th round before. They before inevitably losing to Everton at Goodison, which for a non-league side, like that's pretty fucking
It's a
cool
big
to
deal.
play one of the most iconic grounds in the.
And I'm pretty sure that
country.
y'all gave them the gate receipts.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There's another story about that, which we'll come on to later.
So, but really for Bournemouth, they're in 2nd place in the National League. Their real focus is on potentially getting promoted and getting into professional football, like into the professional league. So I have a feeling, while, yeah, this stings. You've had your cup moments. You've been to the 3rd round now in the last 5 years multiple times.
Right.
Like you're, you know, okay, you took a thumping. That's going to happen.
It happens occasionally.
Know? And for somebody like Burton Albion, who has not been doing very well in League One, it might be something that jumpstarts and gets them out of the hole, because they've been sitting in, like, I think 3rd from the bottom pretty much the entire season so far. And then we get to Grimsby Town, the darlings of the League Cup, beating Manchester United on penalties.
They've now gone further in both cup competitions than Manchester United this season.
Facing the Seagulls.
Making my way downtown, walking fast. I'm a seagull, go fuck yourself.
Which they're not the only Seagulls that said go fuck yourself. Honestly, this was the most entertaining of the 3. Like, this was actually back and forth, both teams scoring goals, all 5 goals. Pretty attractive goals.
And 3 of those goals were in the final 7 minutes or whatever it was. They were great.
It was Grimsby kept getting the lead.
When you called me, remember I was in Giant with Cameron. Or no, I was just in Giant grabbing something. I had the game on my phone with an AirPod in.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I'm about to check out at Giant. I'll call you back when I get a car. I turn the game back on. I get in the car, and it's 5.5 minutes or 6 minutes of stoppage time, whatever it was. And I was like, I just sat there and watched the game in my car in the Giant parking lot.
I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying with this.
Yeah.
And it was, Grimsby kept getting the lead, and Weston Supermare just wasn't going away.
They gave a really good account of themselves.
Really, really fucking tough. Like, it was a fun one to watch. And for me, it's like Grimsby now moves on into the 4th round of the FA Cup, which is really good because of the run they had with the League Cup as well. So it's going to be fun to watch. It's one of those teams you now start to be like, yeah, who did they get? Like,
bro, one of the best jokes I heard about,
which is, by the way, Wolves is who they got. So
nice. So a chance to continue on. One of the best jokes I heard about this was today on the Ramble, and one Marcus, I think it was, said that he would have loved if the Weston Supermare manager pulled out that little tactics board like Amarim did and start messing with the magnet. just to take the piss out of him.
Just to take a piss. Now the the key thing to know though is as we go on further in this, apparently the CBS affiliates in the United States didn't really think that Macclesfield's win was like the big upset of the weekend.
Fuck off.
Now we look at the Premier League sides with 4 other sides along with Palace bow out in the third round.
Say some of these sides had a bit of a mare.
Yeah. Wrexham 3, Forest 3, Wrexham 4-3 on penalties. Sunderland 1, Everton 1, Sunderland 3-0 on penalties. Chelsea 5, Charlton 1, Villa 2, Spurs 1, Manchester City 10, Exeter City 1, Brentford 2, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Fulham 3, Borough 1, Burnley 5, Millwall 1, Wolves 6, Shrewsbury Town 1, Newcastle 3, Bournemouth 3, 7-6 to Newcastle on pens, Arsenal 4, Portsmouth 1, Brighton 2, Manchester United 1, West Ham 2, QPR 1, Leeds 3, Derby County 1, Liverpool 4, Barnsley 1. Wrexham advanced, but a Sean Dyche side scored 3 fucking goals?
Yeah, because Wrexham are a lower league team, and inherently Forest just have a better squad.
Yeah.
But it's becoming increasingly evident that Sean Dyche is just simply out of his depth.
American CBS stations were talking about what an amazing upset it was that a league below beat the, like...
What channel is Wrexham on? Is that a Hulu show?
It's a FX show.
Oh,
so
interesting.
But only 11 spots separate Wrexham and Forest. This is not a surprise. If you took them as groups of 20, this would be 2 teams that will likely could be in the same league next year.
And if you also look at not even just that, their recent run of form.
Yeah.
So the lower league side has been shooting up the table. Remember, we were worried about them a few weeks ago. They were in like 15th. They're in like 6th. They're 8th or something now.
9th currently is where
okay. Yeah. So they're in 9th now. So they're moving up the table. Where Forest are only where they are because there's 3 other teams that are more shit than they are.
Yeah, they would be in the drop right now if it wasn't for the fact
for West Ham can't get out of their own way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And West Ham had a chance to fucking do
get out of their own way and shit the bed
and lost to Forest.
Right, exactly.
And so all of that, and I've saw like the Facebook comments and stuff like that. Immediately be like, I guess 117 spots means fuck all. It's a couple of
11. Yeah,
a couple of American owners. So this was the great fucking story of the weekend.
And remember, one of them's Canadian.
Yeah,
actually,
exactly. but like it's like do yourself a favor. If you don't know, don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's basically like every American sports outlet except NBC just like dangles from Alexi Lawless's pointless balls.
Yeah. Exactly. Spot on.
One of the absolute worst insights into football I've ever heard. Probably top 5. At least 3 of the top 5 have come out of Alexi Lawless's mouth. I don't know why he's still employed. I don't know what photos he has of somebody at Fox, but he's one of the worst people I've seen on air do anything.
He sucks.
It just doesn't know anything.
Our boy Mark, fucking because of him, like just hates all American commentators and be like, there's actually some decent American commentators. Settle down. Like Stu Holden calls a pretty decent game. Like he's a good color man.
Tim Howard is a great fucking analyst.
Yeah,
like he's a wonderful.
Settle down.
Just relax. The other, speaking of that, by the way, of Mark, I got into it with him a bit about Arsenal and Tottenham, and he was like, I've just been giving him a load of shit. And he was like, oh, more bottles and trophies. And I was like, in the same 23-year span, we won 7, you won 2.
Right.
And we've been in a position to bottle it. You finished last season in 17th, and you currently sit 14th. I can't hear you from all the way up here, brother. Okay?
Very good. We're going to keep this rolling because there's a lot of games to cover. Sunderland Everton was just a bad match. But you know what was beautiful? I don't know how many rounds they're doing it for. Even playing field. No fucking VAR in Premier League stadiums.
It comes in the 5th round.
Yeah.
So we get one more round with no VAR.
I will openly admit, soft fucking penalty for Anzu in the box. A very soft penalty. VAR.
But it was nice to not have a 6-minute break.
Well, and also the fact that if this was happening at Millwall, it wouldn't have been looked at. Right? Like
I think the whole competition should have no VAR because two teams are not playing the. When it comes in, potentially, if the lower league teams make it that far, you will not have VAR at some stadiums, but you will at others, and that's wrong.
Side's going to grab a little bit more. It's going to give you a little elbow in the back when you're going up for a ball, and they're going to get called for it on VAR.
Exactly. You should just have a set. If not everybody can do it, this competition is played without VAR. Period.
So Everton were wearing a fourth kit. It was dark blue to kind of commemorate the skyline of the Bramley Moor Dock. That's great. We had more kits available as a club than substitutes that had gotten first team minutes.
Nice.
3. Mark Travers. Who was the backup, who wasn't getting in. You had Reece Welsh, who had played one game against Tottenham 3 seasons ago, and Tiano Barry. That was the only guys on the bench who had seen a single minute of Premier League time.
Action,
4 kits. So kits beat the team.
That's nice.
The most...
I was going to say, I tell you what's not beautiful is that penalty shootout.
Like, I get Garner missing his. He doesn't take penalties a lot. He scored one. He overthought it. Fine. But Beto and Tiano Barry, come on, dudes. You're strikers. Like,
your whole job is to put the ball in the back of the net.
And they weren't even with any veracity. They were both real soft passes.
Right.
I mean, they were... Dude... Me back in the day, I would have fucking saved those. Like, that's how fucking pathetically soft they were. So
that's funny.
And it's also bad when you make it to penalties and you lose 3-0 on 3 saves, not misses. 3 saves to 3 goals. We're done. It's over.
Right. Yeah. That is
fucking pathetic.
Absolutely piss poor.
For Everton, you get some breaks now when you've been missing people, so it
actually kind of helps.
Yeah, helps a little. But it's also the difference between 14th and 9th, maybe. Like, I mean, it's not like this team's going to be playing in Europe, right? So
not necessarily. You never know.
Could, but I doubt it. Chelsea made it a lot tougher than they needed to against Charlton. Like, they scored a lot late.
Yeah, there was a fair few. I think part of that, though, you have to look into the fact that it's Liam Rowe Sr.'s first game in charge.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They did have a bit of a changed lineup from their normal lineup. They did have a fair few stars in there, though, because I'm sure he wanted to get a look at some people.
Yeah, of course.
Up close and personal for the first time. But this was always going to happen when you have it, first game in charge. You're going to play it a little safe, feel it out, make sure you're not giving anything away, and then slowly grow into the game. I mean, the guy had, 12 minutes on a training field before the team went out there?
Yep.
So it makes sense. Ultimately, their class showed, and that was the end of that.
Yeah. Villa are rolling.
The most predictable match of the weekend.
Villa are rolling. Spurs are struggling. Like, there's really not much else to say. I don't think anyone's surprised by that outcome.
No.
Like, Villa are a team that will likely be in the quarters or the semis, depending on what their draw is. You could very well see them in the final. They're a good enough team to be there.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, it's just what it is.
100%.
That's exactly what it is. And now their kryptonite in the league is out of it, which is Palace, because Palace always loves to make it tough on fucking Villa all the time.
So depending if Villa keep up the pace, which I don't see them stopping in the Premier League, really. What you're going to come to with the quarters and the semis is automatic Champions League spots, and we need to consolidate where we are, especially if Arsenal were to drop points to somebody and Villa's able to get a bit closer. Those cup competitions become a lot less important. And I don't think they're going to necessarily focus on those and where they may fall down.
Right.
Is we'd rather sit where we are in the league.
Well, their next pull is Newcastle. Now it's at home, but Newcastle play them tough, so they could go out in the next round. Yeah. But this rubs me as the kind of team that I expect to see.
But this is something, especially for a team that hasn't won a trophy in a while. But like Palace last season hadn't won it in their history.
Get a trophy.
You could focus on this competition and win the trophy.
Yep.
The problem is we already saw earlier in the year, right? That slow start was coupled with their Europa League travels, right? We saw that before. So if they start feeling as though we've got a chance to play Champions League again, they may start writing off these other competitions.
Yeah, you're not wrong. What's more impressive, Manchester City scoring 10 or Exeter scoring 1, which was a fucking peach of a goal, by the way.
It was probably the best goal of the game, to be honest.
That is...
Rodgers was all right.
Especially because the defense stepped off of him and almost went, we dare you. I would have been a touch more chesty if I was there. Be like... Yeah, stand off me. Stand off me.
It happened at 9-1, right?
But still, fuck off.
No, what he did, what I loved about it was the commitment. He ran and got the ball.
Ran back
out of the net, put it right back on the center circle. Come on, lads, let's go.
This is the start we needed. We got him now. Got him right where we want him.
Down by 8 with 6 minutes left or whatever it was. So I said we were going to get to the gate receipts later on. Exeter is one of those teams, like there's a few in here, like Sheffield Wednesday, a few others, that are struggling. They are a fan-owned kind of club at this point, I believe Exeter City is. They went to Manchester City. They dropped their balls, dropped their kind of pride, and sent an official request to ask if they could have more of the 45-45 split for the gate receipts. If they could have extra of the gate receipts to help fund them.
Right.
The FA takes 10% of everybody, and you're 45-45 split between each club. Pretty much every Premier League team says yes to those requests or just offers it because it
gives them the gate.
It's a good piece of PR. It's a nice way to fund the grassroots. It's a nice. City said no.
Fuck off.
City said no.
Fuck off.
And then proceeded. Oh, you wanted more of the gate, did you?
Yeah.
How many? How much more?
10% more. Here's 10 goals.
Yeah, here's 10 goals. Go fuck yourself.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
Now Pep was not. He got a yellow in his last Premier League outing. He was suspended for this game, Pep. So he was in the stands. I don't know if they would have backed off a little bit more had he been in charge properly that day. I don't begrudge the players for doing their jobs, and if
you're going to score goals,
but if you look at the squad as well, I think 2 or 3 of the players that scored are academy products that are scoring their first goal for the club. That's why the kid that scored the 9th, like massive knee slide.
Yeah,
it was his first goal in professional football.
Yeah, he's fucking excited.
He's excited about it. I'm not going to begrudge him for that, and I don't begrudge the players, but it's a bit unsettling when they put their foot on the throat that much.
Yeah,
to a lower league team who's just out there, like half the team is builders or electricians or so just it's unsavory, I guess would be a good word.
Yeah. But
no one's really to blame. It's just an unsavory situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fuck City.
Yeah, but I'm not going to begrudge this 18-year-old kid either.
Oh, no.
Like, I can't do that.
No, just fuck the front office of City.
Yeah, you absolutely. I mean, they got 115 charges against against them.
So the next 2 we're going to combine together. Brentford beating Wednesday and Fulham beating Middlesbrough, because this was essentially, 2 fucking West London sides both getting wins over championship clubs, just
seemingly professional jobs
doing
as well.
The job they were supposed to do and getting the fuck through it, right? There's really not much else to matter.
Absolutely.
The next one I'm bunching together as well, because Burnley and Wolves both beating 19th and 20th in the Premier League, scoring a collective 11 goals between them. And you know what they did to the championship and lower league sides that they played? They beat them unlike Forrest, who lost to him.
And scored proper goals as well.
Because all the other Premier League sides lost to Premier League sides. Forrest is the only one that lost to a lower league
team. Yep.
Like, come on, man, just do the job. And that's, is it going to offer anything for Burnley or Wolves other than, hey, this is a good boost in the arm? That's it. That's all it offers.
But that's what a cup run can do, right? And like Wolves might start scoring goals properly now in the league because they've got some people that maybe have some confidence. And that's like, even if you're scoring it in training, hitting the back of the net for a striker and having that feeling of I just scored this goal is super important, right? I say it doesn't matter if it goes in off your knee, your dick, your shoulder, a nipple. It doesn't matter. As long as the ball goes in the back of the net, you start to believe in yourself. And that's a big deal. And maybe it's a platform for both of these teams to build on. Now, ultimately, I think they're both still going down, Wolves especially.
Yeah.
But it might be a platform to build on.
So good place to do this, because I'm not doing this because Everton fell out of the FA Cup, because we don't do shots of Malort for losing out of the FA Cup. I'm not doing this because we got our asses whooped by Brentford. You know what? We knew exactly what Brentford was going to do, which was counterattack, and we fucking let them. And that's why we lost.
Oh, this is the league game from the other week.
This is more so for the fact that we drew Wolves at home and managed to get 2 fucking red cards. That's what this one's for. We finally have a chance to take fucking 6 points on the season from Wolves. It was there for us to have, and we completely fucked it off. So here's my shot of Malort is for the draw, not for the loss.
I gotcha.
God damn. You guys just walked Pompey at Fratton Park. You walked them. It was simple. You did exactly what you're supposed to do.
It was a little nervy at first. Obviously, they scored first, but we had a much changed team with a lot of players that had not played together before.
Fratton Park is not an easy building to play in.
Nope.
You and I were there on a Tuesday night where 3 sides of that stadium were packed to the fucking gills.
Yep.
For them in 8th place playing, I think, 12th or 13th place Fleetwood Town.
Yeah. It's another one of those one club towns. You know what I mean? It's that's what they do there.
Yep.
You know, to the point where they were opening up 3/4 of the away stand to home supporters.
Yep.
Now, only about 15 of us sat over there. One of them was that 10-year-old you saw flicking off the
Fleetwood Town.
the
14 brave souls.
They only had 2 security guards over there.
Yeah.
Because
Fucking
no one
brilliant.
was really worried about it.
Yeah, nobody really could give a fuck.
But yeah, Gabriel Martinelli hat trick. Important comeback after what happened. Obviously, the media storm and sort of fake outrage about what happened with Connor Bradley in the Liverpool match, which he had. By the time everyone was like incensed, they had already messaged. He apologized, and he had already released a statement.
Yeah.
And there was a very specific angle, and I said this on the other show, and I'm sure you heard it, but just to reiterate real quick, if the camera angle from behind Connor Bradley, when he's going to clear that ball, you see Martinelli's face scrunch like this, and then kind of look to the side, like in case the ball's coming to hit me in the face.
Right.
He didn't, and then he followed the ball as it was cleared. He didn't see Bradley go down.
Right.
All he saw was him laying half on the pitch. When he went over, first off, he didn't lean into him with his knee. It was his shin. And he also didn't throw the ball. He dropped the ball.
You know I listened to the show, so I
know,
heard
different thing. I'm just trying to reiterate. And then Connor Bradley did inch his way onto the pitch further to make sure the referee was actually stopping the game. Martinelli sees this, thinks he's taking a piss, tries to shove him off the field. Fine. For him, what I love about this and why this is important is the character and the growth from the media storm that followed this incident to then turn around and score a hat trick when he could have hidden. And he didn't.
Yeah.
2 great and goals that he doesn't normally score. 2 great headers off the corners, two excellent little flicks. And then I still cannot believe the Gabriel Jesus pass. And I just want to reiterate for a second the Brazil button that every Brazilian has except Richarlison.
Except for Richarlison.
Because that pass was perfectly weighted in the corridor of uncertainty when the defenders can't touch it because they're going to put it in their own net and the goalkeeper can't come because he's going to get fucked.
Yep.
And it found its way, and Martinelli will never score an easier goal in his career, and it was absolutely spectacular. And then, of course, there was an own goal.
And then you have the opportunity now, still in all 4 competitions with a chance to win all 4. Like, you're right in the hunt for all of them.
We're still there. Stop talking about it.
Okay.
Stop talking about that.
Okay, because what I want to get on to is the other really interesting one was Newcastle and Bournemouth, which was just a batshit crazy match that
without Semenyo.
Because
Obviously.
he made it. He's with City and he scored a goal for City as well.
Absolutely.
But it was a batshit crazy match that
had an assist.
That it seemed like Newcastle didn't want to win.
No, yeah, it seemed like they tried to fuck it off.
To lose.
Yeah. Strange, man.
You went to penalties, went all the way to 7-6 on the score line. Like it fucking crazy game. Big tough competition for him coming up next. Going to Villa Park for Newcastle. I would say whoever comes out of that matchup will likely, I have a feeling, will make it to the semis. Like I feel like that'll.
I mean, it all depends on the draw.
Right, the draw means everything, but those are 2 very, very good teams, and this is. It's not the battle of the heavyweights that would be like an Arsenal versus City in the 4th round, but it's pretty fucking big.
Oh yeah.
These are European aspiration teams. These are both clubs that have put a lot of investment into them. These are 2. Even though the table might not say it right now for Newcastle, these are 2 very good fucking teams. So, and they somehow figured out a way to snatch victory out of the jaws of victory.
Yeah.
And you know who's likely not going to get a trophy because unless they do something incredible and you bottle it.
Manchester United?
Yeah, and that was when...
In my way downtown, walking fast, I'm a seagull, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very simple. They are not going to win a trophy this year. And there's something very satisfying about it. Like, it's so definitive. It's like, it's not like they're going to make it to the last day of the season and maybe win a European title. There's not even that. Their season now becomes
try to make Europe.
That's it. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is for them now. And there's something as a mid-table club that is so fucking satisfying about knowing that about those fucking assholes.
Especially when no matter what they did before, they seem to walk away with a trophy somehow. Ten Hag won 2 trophies while he was there.
The beating City and stopping City from getting the quadruple. Like, just no business. Like that's the kind of.
It's just, but that's the paper over the cracks. That's the rewards that they,
that they just fall into a trophy and they fall into a European spot. They got to earn a European spot now. Oh, yeah. They got to earn it, and the league is fucking tight, and it won't be fucking easy. And you just fired your fucking manager, like.
So Darren Fletcher, I thought, seemed like he knew what he was doing. Looked good in the dugout. Did all the right things. Said all the right things. Blah blah blah. Looks like it's going to be given to Michael Carrick, or Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Michael Carrick seems to be the front runner till the end of the season. Fine. Capable hands, fairly, I guess. He, managed Middlesbrough and took them to the playoffs. Like all that kind of stuff.
Someone who's worn the badge. Like how Ole was to put the arm around them and remind them who they are. That's what Carrick will do.
So, but I'm also not one that the reason they have to do that right now, in my opinion, I'm of the same ilk as Roy Keane. And it's not about kind of downplaying their legacy or anything like that. Roy Keane, a few days before the match, said something that was very powerful in my opinion, and that is Sir Alex Ferguson is hanging around the club like a bad stench.
He's got to go away.
What did Arsene Wenger do? Did not step foot in the Emirates for 18 months.
Just got away. And every fucking home match.
Every home and away, Sir Alex
just
Ferguson is going there.
Looking over him. And I get
Just
he
like
loves
a
the club. It's his heart. I
Absolutely. And he's an old man, and he deserves to do what he wants before he dies. But the club should have let him go as an ambassador well before that, right? Before they actually did. But his shadow is looming so fucking large, right? I would not tell anybody he's coming. I'd make him sit inside the director's box until the game started, and I would quietly usher him into the last seat right before the door. And I just wouldn't. I would tell the camera people, do not show him on TV.
Right.
Don't let anyone know he's there.
He wants to see the matches, but we need him to not be the cast.
But
the shadow.
think about Amarim, right? He's driving up Sir Alex Ferguson Way to get to the stadium. He's looking at the Sir Alex Ferguson stand. He's and I'm not making any excuses because I think he was tactically shit. But just the specter at the feast is Sir Alex.
Yeah.
And it's not allowing people to work
Completely agree.
properly. And I think the only comparison is Wenger because they were both in a job over 20 years.
Yes, absolutely.
And they both were synonymous with the clubs, right? Wenger very recently just attended like his third Arsenal game since leaving the job, kind of thing. You have to just give them space to breathe, and they just haven't done that.
Combining a couple again.
Also, great job by Brighton, by the way. They deserve to be talked about. They were excellent in this game.
Yes. West Ham beating QPR and Leeds beating Derby, 16th and 18th respectively, taking care of championship sides.
Yeah, but West Ham took extra time to do it.
Much like Burnley and Wolves, unlike Forest. And David, I'm sure, is happy his bet completely missed. He wasn't wrong in picking against his team because his team loves to go out in the third round.
Yeah, you're absolutely
right. And
right.
especially would love to go out in the third round to a team like Derby, right? Like a local rival kind of team.
For sure.
Finally, fairly easy work for Liverpool over Barnsley, but goddamn if they didn't find a way to fuck it off in the defense at least once for a fucking goal. Sloboslai scores that great goal early, and then later on does the dribble across the goal and tries to be cheeky and backheel it. No problem, backheeled it right to a Barnsley player who went, okay, short thing. Thanks. I'll score on the cop end. I appreciate that. I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life.
I got it. Don't worry. Yeah.
I mean, there's not much else to say. Like, I don't feel confident that Liverpool is going to hoist a trophy this year. Like, they just don't seem to have the mettle to do it, which is
good.
And I certainly don't think that's going to be the case in the FA Cup. I think they're going to bow out pretty soon. The minute they get some real competition, they're going out. Rounding out the rest of the third round, and this segment takes 45 minutes when I'm not here to drive the fucking bus. Yes, everybody, if you're listening on the radio, on the podcast, I'm just glaring at Graham as I said that. Port fucking Vale 1, Fleetwood 0. Wigan 1, Preston North End 0. Oxford 1, MK Dons 1, 4-3 to Oxford on penalties. Birmingham City 3, Cambridge United 2. Bristol City 5, Watford 1. Southampton 3, Doncaster 2. Ipswich 2, Blackpool 1. Stoke 1, Coventry 0, Leicester City 2, Cheltenham Town 0, Norwich 5, Wassell 1, West Brom 2, Swansea 2, 6-5 to West Brom on pens, Mansfield Town 4, Sheffield United 3, and Salford and Swindon Town were postponed to be played on Tuesday. We're only going to talk about
frozen pitch there.
Yeah, we're only going to talk about a few of these. The Saints almost gave up a 3-0 lead to second to last place Doncaster in League One.
That's a very Southampton thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah, and seriously, Southampton's keeper came up with two key fucking saves right at the end of the game. One off the goal line, and the rebound came back across, and he went back across with his other arm and knocked it away.
Nice.
Don should have fucking drew that game and taken it to fucking pens. It was pretty funny. Tractor Boys are on a bit of a roll right now. Like, they're in the playoff spots. They're in third. They're right and around. Like, they're doing they're doing the business.
Oh,
And considering the amount that they lost and everything, like, it's a good chance we'll see this team in the Prem again next year. And
Yeah, it could be.
a little cup run isn't necessarily a bad thing for
No,
them.
not at all. To galvanize the squad, keep it moving. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Stoke, who have fallen down the table a little bit, got a surprising win versus Coventry, who have just been rolling, right?
One of the goals of the weekend in this game as well.
Oh, my God. Gorgeous fucking goal. But really, for Coventry, now you focus on one thing: winning the fucking championship, getting an automatic promotion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as long as you're in second, you get automatic promotion. But at the rate they're going right now, I guarantee you Frank's got them going, yeah, let's pull a fucking Wolverhampton or a West Ham or a Newcastle and just run away with this fucking league.
Yeah.
The same would apply to Leeds last year. Just fucking run away with it.
Just do it. Yep.
Fucking beat the shit
Well,
out of
because
everybody.
also Frank Lampard hasn't been promoted via the playoffs in either of his jobs that he
Right.
took.
So just go get them.
Skip that bit and just come up straight away.
We're saying Leicester has won an FA Cup. They're still in it. Like, it's.
Yeah, their squad's not very good.
Yeah.
There was Friday of last week, I think, right after y'all left. They were the only game on television at all on CBS Sports. And I had a cheeky little bet that was in before halftime and watched the game. They're not very good overall.
No, they're not.
I don't think
They're middle of the pack in the championship right now.
The eye test is just, I don't know that there's going to be a charge there to the FA Cup, but they could play spoiler to somebody.
But
Ultimately, like you said about Liverpool, when they come up with somebody against somebody that gives them real competition, they're going to fall down at that hurdle.
So who had near bottom of League One and near bottom of the championship, the Stags and the Blades having a fucking crazy ass
fucking
game?
Ding dong, yeah.
And all the goals were scored in the first fucking 70 minutes. The last 20 minutes, there was nothing.
Nothing happened.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, wild stuff. I mean, Sheffield United, aren't really worth their salt as a championship club at the moment. Worsened really only by their crosstown rivals. And Mansfield just put the sword to them, really. It just is what it boils down to.
And then
But
finally,
they weren't wearing any body armor when they did it.
And then finally on Tuesday, when this show comes out, Salford and Swindon Town will play each other for the right to go to the Etihad and play Manchester City.
And not get any extra money for it.
Sure money.
By the way, Mr. Graham, to let you know from when you were talking about it on the show, it has been almost 2.5 years since your bet hit, but allow me to be the first to say congratulations.
Thank you.
On hitting
9-way parlay.
like legit for real 9-way parlay.
The worst bit of it was there's the one bet in the last 5 weeks I didn't put any real money on. So I could have reaped all of those benefits and didn't do it.
What I'm more impressed of is that there is no bruising, black eyes, from when the Rager ripped through your pants and smacked you right in the fucking eye.
Yeah.
But congratulations, man. Good
Thank you very
on you,
much.
man. And it's I know we poke fun and fuck with each other all the time, but that's fucking impressive.
Yeah,
And
I needed that.
it deserves a pat on the fucking back.
It
right?
shows that I actually do know what I'm talking about from time to time.
So are you just gonna pick City the rest of the year, or
No,
are you gonna be a crazy madman?
No,
like
we're
you normally
doing it
do?
because I've got fucking almost $2,000 on you still.
Yeah, there you go. Go for it.
Now, so Geckel, I was texting with him. His bet did not hit.
Right.
I didn't want to leave him out. We normally don't bet the FA Cup, but obviously.
Let him bet. Yeah.
So if we want to assume I lost as well, we can either add that to our total or not add that to our total. It's fine.
Just walk away from
But
it.
he owes me a shout on my Lord the next time he's on the show.
Very good. I love that.
That was his idea.
Yeah.
He's already responded.
Yeah.
But I just, I didn't want to, it was kind of important. Anyway, I'm a fucking boss. So I'm still up $482 then if we're not adding in that FA Cup loss.
Yep.
So that's fine.
So
What do you have going on with you, big man?
I am down $1,182.
Big Sam's Lock of the Week.
It's rubbing off because I heard you do the math last week. Because 10.522631579% of the time works 100% of the time. I'm going the top four all to win. Arsenal, City, Villa, and Liverpool to beat Forest, Man U, Everton, and Burnley at plus 485.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yes, I am picking my team to lose because Everton never wins at Villa Park. Everton rarely ties at Villa Park.
Yeah.
Everton always lose at Villa Park. Always.
And Villa's pumping right now.
Except for that League Cup game last season where we beat the shit out of them in their building.
Yeah.
She was getting a little cocky, so I had to remind her of the one. The one.
The League Cup game.
In the last 30 years, the one.
Where you lost in the next round anyway.
And because I bet it, and Graham, because I bet it, the second time will likely be this weekend.
Well, if the DU hoodoo is anything to be believed, is it's in mine also. I've got a 7-way parlay here.
Okay.
And here's what we're going to do.
Not good gambling.
The only thing I did was add in some goals to the games that you already picked, essentially.
Okay, gotcha.
And I have one extra game to talk about. So I've got Liverpool to beat Burnley over 1.5 goals.
Okay. Yep.
I've got
1.5
Arsenal.
total goals, or to beat them by over 1.5 goals?
Total goals in the game,
Gotcha,
over
gotcha.
1.5. So 2 goals or more in the game.
Got it.
Nottingham Forest and Arsenal. I've got Arsenal to win over 2.5 because
That's
they
fair.
are that bad.
Yes. I see 3 in that game.
I've got City to beat United at Old Trafford. I've got Villa to beat Everton at
Villa Park.
At Villa Park. And then I have gone a little awry on the not awry, but I've gone. It definitely isn't awry.
Get it the fuck together, Sam.
Newcastle to beat Wolves.
Not good gambling.
Newcastle to beat Wolves.
There we go.
Which is a fairly simple thing to accomplish. What I've got here is plus 1,566, and I did put $5 on it this time.
Very good.
And I bet you the thing that's going to fuck it up is Arsenal's only going to win 2-0 and get out of there in a professional job.
Alrighty, well, that is going to wrap it up, boys and girls. Mr. Graham, any parting words?
I don't really have any parting words.
Good,
No.
I have parting words. It's taken 1 hour to do this show. 32 games, 1 hour. It took you an hour 48 and an hour and a half collectively to do it.
We were having fun, Sam.
We were having all the fun right here.
Well, some would say it's a little bit of a dampened mood.
I would say it's not that fucking hard to do. Learn to be able to fucking mute yourself every once in a while there, stud.
No, I'm the color guy. I'm not supposed to do that.
Who's the cunt? You're the cunt. That's who the cunt is this week. Don't do hour 48-minute fucking shows.
Everybody enjoyed it, they said.
Alrighty, well, there is no EFL show this week, but we are going to do Injury Time, where we talk about the beers we've been drinking, including a beer from my vacation, and we also check in on the IBS.
And now it's your vacation, huh?
We check in on the IBS, and something else special that I'll save for Injury Time. Of course, 3 weeks of fantasy scores to find out where we are on who won each week. And then finally, the great reveal of Russ's name changes that he's been doing just for Mel. And, of course, preview the weekend's action.
Da-da-da.
Should somebody want to support the show, Mr. Graham, how do they go about doing it?
Very easy. It's missionimpossible.com. Just kidding. It's patreon.com/DU Football Show. Just sign up to that one $5 tier. You can get all of the extra content that Sam just talked about.
Excellent. 1 hour, 1 minute, and 47, 48, 49.
Listen, I never said I was the driver.
Till next week, everybody.
I was forced to fucking do it because y'all had a jaunt.
Not that fucking hard. Don't make it so fucking difficult. Till next week, everybody.
Good night.
That's how you're fucking efficient, bitch.
Eagle Ray.